Hey there, sensitive woman. I'm offering this 4-week journey that's called Rasa Tenang, which means the sense of calmness. And I wanted to share with you why I'm offering this journey. It's because, of course, I've been in this journey myself. The journey is about becoming or feeling safe enough to be yourself fully. And I feel that that's a topic that resonates with a lot of women because we feel sometimes that we're stuck in certain roles. Maybe we are the pleaser or the protector. Maybe we are the submissive one. Maybe we are the nurturer. Maybe we are a mother. And it starts feeling like a role when you don't feel like being in that role anymore. For example, for me, the safe role, so me feeling safe inside myself, was being in the role of taking care of other people and making sure that problems were solved for other people. So a part of me identified with that role. And I was especially taking care of my family. And so much has happened in, the few decades that I've lived with my family. And it made me feel like I had to be the strong one. I had to make sure that everyone else was doing okay, that they were healthy, and that I had to take care of them. But in the meantime, I didn't take care of myself. I didn't know or understand what I needed. And maybe I do because I've been very aware of myself. But at the same time, I wasn't doing it emotionally because I also didn't receive it back. So it was easy for me to prioritize other people. And actually, up until a few years ago, I noticed I was doing that. Even when I already had my business for a few years, it was difficult for me to keep focusing on my business. And it was easier to just help out other people in their businesses or with their problems. So that was my safe role, the part that I was safe being, and that felt safe in the world because it was familiar and because I thought that was my mission. But it wasn't. It was a part of me that had space to grow when I was younger, and that I started identifying with. And so the question is, how do I feel safe enough to get back to myself that is without any roles, or that is me choosing which role I want to be? So first of all, I have had to learn how to be safe by myself and with myself. Being safe by myself meant being alone, doing things on my own. And the funny thing is that when I was in my 20s, that was really easy for me to do. I had a lot of hobbies. I did like 2 studies, 2 jobs that I was doing. And at the same time, I had all these courses that I went to. So I was doing a lot of things by myself. But at one point, I think when I started having or being in relationships, I started becoming attached to my partner and doing things with my partner, going on adventures. And somehow it became harder for me to do things on my own. So I had to relearn how to be by myself. And fortunately, with actually a lot of space for my emotions, for what was there inside of me that wanted to come out, I was able to be by myself again, because being by myself meant that I had to live for myself, and I actually didn't have a reason to live for myself because I was always living for someone else. I was always there for other people. So I'm still learning, to be honest. I am still learning to choose the things that are good for me, that make me happy, that are aligned with who I am and my mission, And it's constantly reminding myself, okay, who am I? What am I doing this for? What am I choosing? And I'm also very confident that at one point I don't really need to think about it anymore. It will just come naturally. So that's a part of being by myself. And the other part is being with myself. So that's what I just said, is also sitting with myself, allowing the things that want to come out, allowing everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm thinking, and just becoming aware actually creates a silence. As you maybe know, I use Japanese wisdom as a foundation in my work, and there is the principle of silence. So silence can be something that it is something that, at least for me, I feel the silence, and at the same time is spaciousness, and then I can get into this state of silence by going into nature, looking for space, writing, and at the same time just becoming aware of things, becoming aware of what is going on inside of me. So allowing rasa, that means the felt experience, that is your deep feeling, your intuition, everything that you are experiencing right now. When you allow that, you also naturally get into a silence. So these two things are really important in my work. The awareness of rasa, of whatever it is that you are experiencing, and the silence. Because in the silence, you are also really connected to who you are, whether it's your heart, your intuition, your soul, which part of spirit wants to come through you. In the silence, you are very much connected to it. So I had to learn to be by myself, be in the silence, accept what was not silence, all the noise, but also creativity that's inside of me. And that's why I'm offering the space as well to you sensitive women who are in the same spot that I used to be, looking for the safety to be your complete self, to accept yourself in a moment, whether it's a part of you that is a past role, becoming aware of this past role already gives you the awareness of yourself, of who you are and who you are not. So when you feel safe enough to do that, then you can also embrace your sensitivity, because in your sensitivity you feel so much, and you are able to discern also what is coming from intuition, what you're sensitive about, and at the same time what is not intuition, but what is like noise, maybe from old roles or protection mechanisms or pattern. And the more you're able to be aware of it, the more it starts dissolving, because you are able to choose in a moment who you want to be. So feeling safe, embracing your sensitivity, using also your sensitivity as a skill, because when you are sensitive, empathetic, you can read other people, you can do something with that information, and that's part of your mission, it's part of your purpose, to be able to use that information and use the skills that you have to transform that information into maybe a new connection and an action, or something simple as saying the right thing at the right moment to someone so that you can help them. There is so much in connecting with people, because you are able to read them, because you are able to sense them and empathize with them. And when you are embracing your sensitivity and you're connected to your soul, to your heart, there's harmony. And in Japanese wisdom, harmony is so important, because when we are in harmony, we are connected to spirit, and spirit can move through us. We can surrender to ourselves, because we have confidence and faith in ourselves. And at the same time, we can accept what is here now and surrender ourselves to Spirit, because Spirit sometimes Spirit has a plan for us. Maybe they don't, maybe they do, we don't know. But it gives us so much to also have that faith that whatever is coming is the right thing for us. And these are the 4 topics in this journey that we will move through. And I would love it if you would join us, because we will be connecting with a beautiful community, beautiful group of women. And we will give each other so much by supporting each other, listening to each other. We will learn so much from each other. And at the same time, you will go through this really deep transformative process. And maybe after these 4 weeks, you won't recognize yourself anymore, because you will feel so different, maybe so much lighter, so much more confident. You will have clarity about where you're going towards, even though you might not completely know your complete purpose or mission. Maybe you will never find out, maybe you will find out. That's maybe not the important part, but the important part is that you feel safe enough to be yourself, so that your purpose can come to you, and so that you can fulfill your mission just by being yourself in daily life, because then you're already fulfilling your mission. So I'm hoping that you want to join us in this 4-week journey, the Rasa Tenang, and it will give you this calmness that you need, and the safety to be your complete self. If you have any questions, just connect with me and subscribe to the channel if you want more information, because in the other videos I will explain also themes that are going to come up in this 4-week journey, and they will also give you tools and maybe some wisdom and insights in how you want to live your life and who you are. So enjoy the magic and beauty of life from within.